Hello, good morning.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Boris. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Boris. How are you?
It's a fine, sunny, and windy day here in Split, Croatia. How is Italy?
Here is amazing too. Now today we have like really like the temperatures are like 20, 22. Yeah. So it's really good. Actually, we was trying to cover the area because we can see sun on our cameras. So it is good to have you, and thank you very much for allowing us to do this, to host this webinar together. It's always a pleasure talking to you over the phone and over the emails, and we really want to thank you. I want to thank all the attendees that are listening to now us. Majority of them we know. We have new joiners, and we want to thank each of them. And hopefully this webinar will be a bit of informative for you. You already know the structure. Some of you they know, some of you they don't. So if you don't, please, any question that you guys have, there is an icon on the right corner that it writes questions. So you can type in there, and we will answer live to you, me and my colleague Elona and Boris as well. So without further ado, I will leave the word to Elona a bit for a small introduction for those who don't know who we are. Elona, please.
So just to start, I'm going to do a check. I don't know if everybody can hear us properly. So please write in the chat if you hear us or if you have any problem with the sound. So I guess everything is okay. So
yeah, please feel free to write if you cannot hear us, or if you have trouble with your speakers. So please just let us know so we can repeat, we can go back and start again. So there's no problem at all for it.
So we have here.
All right. Right.
Greetings from Team Voctopia. Greetings there.
Hi.
Hi. So okay then, I think we are good to go.
All right.
Just a little introduction. I'm Elona. I'm part of marketing team in Sun Ballast for 4 years now. Here by my side is my colleague Erald. He is the sales manager here at Sun Ballast, sales account as well. He will explain to you later what it's about. And here with us is Boris Tudor, the CEO of Solar Projekt, the company in Croatia. That it's our distributor in that country.
Hello.
Hi, Boris.
Hi, everyone.
So you can introduce yourself as well. So if you want to add two words.
Yeah, I also want to thank everyone who's been joining this webinar. I'm Boris from Solar Projekt company from Split, and we are 13 years in the photovoltaic sector. So probably you know for our company so far, and since last 6 months we are a distributor for Sun Ballast solutions for flat roofs here in Croatia and the region. So it would be interesting for you to get some more information about possibilities of Sun Ballast structure for the flat roof. So it will be interesting to hear everything from your side.
Good. We are also delighted. We are so happy to host this. We've done this before with other distributors. Probably some of them they are also here listening to us. Today's webinar is going to be pretty much well, the main topic is like to introduce you first, Boris, right? So we wanted all those who are participating to see who you are and your company and the cooperation that we have together. Then we're gonna talk about a lot of topics. We're gonna talk about who is Sun Ballast, our mission, our vision, what we do, our solution, our technical department, all the structure that we have and where you can use them. And then we're going to answer as well all the questions that we might have during all this webinar. So please feel free once again to write anything you guys want to know any question, any doubt, even probably before you use Sun Ballast, if you had anything during the phase of installation, any issue that you could not handle it, please write it, and we are more than happy to answer them. So as I can see, as I'm sure that you guys all see the screen now. This will be this is the main page. The topic of this webinar will be discover the secret of the correct realization of a PV system with Sun Ballast products. Right. So without losing time, we're going to start with the first icon. So who is Sun Ballast? I'm going to talk a short history, probably just for you guys to know. We were born in 2012 from there are two partners that they invented this type of structure, right? As we can say, both of them, they were in different fields. One of them was an electrician, one of them was installer. Both of them very good colleagues, good friends. So they came up with this idea of creating something that would be even easier, right, for all installers to do their installation on flat roofs, right?
In fact, better that those who face the problems during the installation can find the most suitable installation support structure to do the best installation and in the easiest way possible. So it was thought for a long time, seeing all the problems that they face during the installation, yes. The problems that all the time you face. You go on the roof, you see you have a lot of obstacles. You go on the roof and you see that probably there is a very windy area and you need a resistance system. Probably there are problems with the infiltration and you need to not drill the roof.
Correct.
So facing all these problems, they came up with this idea of Sun Ballast structure.
Yeah, Sun Ballast, like as you already know, like is part of a team. We are not, I mean, we are a huge team, a huge family in here. And during these last years, we are, let's say, like we are evolved, we expanded so many. We are like with 2 headquarters, and we're expanding like in all Europe. Of course, now we already are in all Europe. Later on, I'll show you, there's a short video where you can see where you can find Sun Ballast distributors, where you can find Sun Ballast products. So it will be easier for you guys to get our product, right?
And it's good to mention that we are already leader in Italy, right. And we are expanding in all Europe. And I don't know, it's flash news. We will be in USA as well.
Yes, we are starting initiative now that we are going in the American continent. So we're going to be based in Florida. This is just yeah, this is not official. Soon, probably in 2 months, 3 months, beginning of January 2023, we're going to be there with our products, right, available. So for those of you who has contacts and all, you can find Sun Ballast in US as well. Soon you're gonna have more news, right? For sure, we're gonna send newsletters.
We didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, so this is one step that we are moving forward. For Europe, we already are almost everywhere, every country that you can find our distributors, that they have information as much as we do have, right? So we do trainings, we contact them every day, and like I said, you know, like for us, it's more important the connection between us as Sun Ballast with our clients, with our distributors. So we want everyone to be happy and everyone to have the same knowledge as we do for the structures. Like this would be easier whenever they want to sell our products.
Exactly. Before we proceed, we go on, I think it's better if we do a question, if they knew Sun Ballast or not. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be there is one of the question that we can launch. If you guys know, please in your screen will appear the question, and you can just click yes or no if you knew Sun Ballast before, and we can see how many of you knew or not. You can just click yes or no, and then we can see the results.
Okay, so
it's changing. Yeah. I'll share that with you, even the results.
So let's wait just a couple.
Of course, we have more. Yeah, so far we have more than no Sun Ballast, of course.
So
So
1, 2, 3, and you can close it.
yeah, close it. I'll share it with you. You can see it. So 64% they know Sun Ballast, 36% they don't. They are new, or probably they never used it before. Probably they just heard it by name. So these are the results. So as we explained before to you guys, we are Sun Ballast, our team. We belong to Basic company in Italy with 2 headquarters, one in Italy and one in Albania, in Tirana. What we do. So let's talk a bit about our strategies, our vision, our mission, what we want to do in this market. Why are we here, and how we want to operate for the future, right? So Sun Ballast, as my colleague Elena mentioned before, was born with the intention of making the life of all the installer designers easier, right? So having all this traditional structure, every type, you guys all used different type of mountain structure, right? Aluminium, even concrete, right? There are companies that they do even concrete structure like us. We're not saying that we are unique and we have this ballast only, right? So there are even other countries that they produce the same structure, and you know, everyone is trying to do it as easy as possible. So Sun Ballast in 2012, when it was created, was why you have to use so many accessories, right, to do your own installation, why you have to take so much time on doing that, why you have to take so much working people, right? Yeah, you could have like less people doing the installation in less time, so that will like increase everything, right? So the installation of 50 kilowatt, 60 kilowatt that you could do in 1 week, or that you could do it in less than a day, like installing. Of course, one question would be
the overall cost of the plant is reduced by using our system, but we will see it later.
yeah, correct. I mean, a lot of people will ask, like, okay, it's concrete, it's heavy, right? So the first question that comes in your mind, a lot of countries they had it, okay, how much does your structure weigh, right? So we will talk about this as well. We have different inclination, we have different weights. Each ballast has different weights, so it's compatible with all the typologies, all the problems that you have.
So to say,
yeah, we can. Correct. You can go below.
No. Sorry.
Right.
So we have here the short video that presents where we are operating. Here is the map. So as you were saying before, we are a leader in Italy, yes, and we are expanded in all Europe, even with our distributors and even with using directly the installers.
Correct. I mean, we went in 2 continents apart from European one. We went in Africa so far, and we went in US. In Asia, we've done several projects. I mean, we don't have a distributor yet. That's all because of the transport, right? So you guys know that the transport is one of the issues that a lot of clients ask, and because of long distances, we don't have yet a distributor, but we have clients that they wanted to use Sun Ballast, right? So in Europe, of course, majority of the countries, I can mention some. I can mention, of course, Germany. I can mention Austria, Switzerland, France, Netherlands, Spain, Portugal, like all this, Estonia, yeah, Croatia, of course. We have Boris here. All these countries, we do have distributors, and all these countries, they possess our material. They have it in there. So for you, it's just a click. You can just like an email away, a phone call away, and you can get our product like in less days, right? You don't need to wait anymore 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month for your product to be delivered. So you could just contact directly them, and
you will receive the material in less time than the actual delivery times. So I don't know if we mentioned, but Boris there in Croatia has stock material. No,
yes,
he is not just a distributor with projects, but yes, he has stock material, and anytime that you will need the structure, you can always contact him and you will receive it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we in Split always keep the stock with 4 different types of solutions that you will be shown a little bit later. Connect system, standard for east-west, and sail system with 5 and 11 degrees slope. So some amounts are always kept in our stocks for a big projects. Of course, it's more cost effective to do it directly from the factories to project locations. But for any information or for any stock, they can always contact us in Split. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I should move probably with
our solutions.
Yeah, with our solution. As you know, Sun Ballast does not come only with one type of structure, right? Yes, it is concrete. We all know that. But even concrete comes with different shapes, with different inclinations, different weights, and we are a team, right? Those who created Sun Ballast, right? Those who realized they came up with all this solution, right, for all these problems that all the customers were facing, right? So without losing time, we'll start with the first solution that we all known. It was our first, actually our first solution that when we produced the Sun Ballast. So it is our standard system.
Here, you know that I mentioned even before that when you go to the roof and you see that you have to do an installation, there are a lot of obstacles on the roof, and it's very difficult to find a solution that can circumvent all these obstacles and be flexible to do the installation. So the most chosen by our customers for this kind of roofs, there are a lot of chimneys, antennas,
hair vents, like you know, like in all your roofs, like you can have a different type of obstacles, skylights and everything, you know, like, and you're always worried, like, okay, how I'm going to place this model here, how I'm going to move it in there. Do I need to use extension? You know, like with standard mounted structure is a bit more hard, that we can say, right?
Exactly. So why is this system the most chosen by our customer in this case? As you know, our system does not need to be fixed on the roof. Correct. So you just need to position it on the roof, and no need to fix, no need to drill the roof. So you will be saving even your roof as well.
Correct. Well, I mean, like, majority of them they already seen, like, okay, standard system, right? So I think we have even a video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have a video, like it is, I think, will be easier for all of us to see it all together. And yeah, of course, we're going to talk about 10L as well. We can see this video now that our installers they are doing standard system. So like this, we can even talk about the advantages, right? So you're going to see the time that will take to install a few modules that they are placing. The process is very simple, right? So the first step is the implementation of the the sheath that they go below each ballast, right? So they choose they put some bituminous material, like let's say the roof, in there to install it. Of course, now they are using our ballast, our standard ballast, that they are trying to implement and install it. So as you can see, of course, here it's moving fast. Some people, they will ask, like, how do they carry the ballast, right? This is one of the questions. Okay, let me pause it a second. This is one of the questions that we get. How do the workers, how do they carry the ballast? So there are different types of way how they're carrying, right? One way would be there are some hooks that you can place it directly in the ballast, right? So as you can see, at the top of the bottom of the ballast has already, correct. As you can see in here, they are carrying it, the ballast, with the hook, and then they unscrew it back and they place it on the tail. Then they use this type of okay, we call it DIMA. It's the measuring tool, right, to measure the distance according to the model that you have, right?
According to the dimensions of
correct.
The model that you're using for the project.
So the first step, implementation, right? So they place the sheath and they arrange the ballast with the distance required according to the model, right?
As you see, no drilling, no fixing, nothing.
Correct.
You just position the ballast, the sheath below the ballast, and you fix the module using the clamps that we always give for each project. The central and terminal clamps. So our standard system is available in from 0 to 35-degree inclination. So we have a wide range of this standard system, and It's very, very, very easy to install. It reduces up to 70% of installation time. As you see, even below the time taken for 4 modules, it doesn't go up more than 15 minutes.
Yeah,
So
correct.
you will save a lot of time with this kind of system. So the height from the ground, it goes from 8 to 70 centimeters. That is our 0 degree 0.70 ballast. That is the highest that we have.
Correct. Of course, don't forget to mention that the ballast they come with the screws, right? With the A8 bushing inside, so there is no need for you on doing any drilling, anything else, right? So you just need to implement. You just put the clamping and the screws. That's all. That's pretty much simple, right? So the ballast itself will play a double role, right? So it will play the role of to support the module, will play the role even as a weight, right? So in standards, in a traditional system, you implement, you place the module, then you're going to have to add extra weights on it. The ballast itself plays the double role, right? So the standard system, as Elona mentioned before, has different advantages, right? So of course, it's heavy and comes different weight, very high wind resistant, very, very quick to install. So as you saw it in there, there is not much to do, right? So low loads in coverage. So what that means that you can place the ballast according to the weight that they have, right? So if you have a roof that has let's say a load on the roof like 30 kgs per square meter, right? So we can suggest you one type of ballast which can be suitable for that type of roof.
Talk for that even later,
Yeah.
but we have a technical department that
Correct.
does all the calculations for you, and they, for each project, they suggest you the best solution based on the requirements that has the roof. For example, if it's a roof that doesn't support 30 kilo per square meter,
Correct.
they will get you the best solution in order to comply that regulation.
Flexibility is one of the advantages, as well as we mentioned. If you have a roof full of obstacles, please feel free. You can move the ballast like anywhere, whenever you have available space, right? So it has the ability to circumvent any obstacle in all the roofs, right? And of course, the wide range of inclination from 0 to 35 degrees and with different heights, right? So from, you mentioned, up to 70 centimeter above the roof, right? Yeah.
As you know, on the market now, there are always coming modules with big dimensions, right?
Correct.
So 2 to 1 meters. And we were facing a problem with installers because they wanted to install them in vertical, right?
Yes.
So we had to come with a solution for those modules as well. We have 10 degree point L ballast that you can see here. It allows the vertical installation of 2-meter modules and complies with all the fastening points indicated by module producers.
Yes, correct. I mean, we are in touch all the time, right? I mean, our technical team is in touch all the time with with the producers, the manufacturers, that they do different type of models, and they ask always like this, where the model can be fixed, is compatible with our structure. So we know, right? So we know how to which ballast to give you in order for the model that you have, right? So 10 degree L mainly is used for the large model 2-meter long on vertical poles only. The other structures, like we mentioned on standard system, 0 to 35 degrees, all inclination, they are all compatible, right, with the models. We need to say that in horizontal we can place all the models, like even in vertical, if they are standard models. If they are larger than that, 10 degrees is one of the solutions that you can implement.
Anytime that you have modules of these dimensions, our technical department always asks 2 questions. One of them is if you are going to position the modules horizontally or vertically.
Right.
So in the horizontal pose, there are no problems. You can use our standard system and the connect system as well. While vertically, you have to use the 10 degree point L ballast only. And we suggest to always share with us the assembly data sheet of the module. Correct. To check the fastening points indicated by the producers to see if they are compatible with our system.
Correct, true. Of course, 10L, as you can see, even from the shape, it's a bit longer. It's a bit heavier than, actually, it's the most heaviest ballast we have. It's like 70 kilograms. 70 kilograms it weighs. Of course, is good for countries that they have huge snow loads, right? So you always may think like, okay, the model is big, we have problem on like in the middle of the model, right? So vertical pose is one of the solutions that we give to them, like this. The loads, whenever it snows, countries like they are in north, that they have really heavy loads of snow, we suggest them to use this ballast on vertical pose. So we move back to the other solution, right? We have the second solution, the sail system. Sail system.
My favorite one.
This is Alona's favorite one. So I don't know which one you have, Boris, so far, but
the most common system that we use and that can be used in only south or east-west orientation is standard 10 degrees, and we somehow noticed that 10 degrees inclination is most common for our region, so we always keep the stock with 10 degrees ballast, and so far we distribute them the most.
Cool. The second system that we will present is our sail system.
And it is mostly chosen by customers when you face the problems of space. So you have like a balcony in your
garage,
house. Yeah. So you have less space and you need to put the maximum
power.
Maximum power of the plant. So, and even the shading. So there are cases that you have shading problems in the roof, like high parapets, surrounding walls in the roof, and that creates a shadow and doesn't let the plant to produce as it should. So why is this? It comes with two inclinations,
yes,
5 degree and 11 degree. So the 5 degree goes up to 7 consecutive rows, and 11 degree goes up to 3 consecutive rows.
Goes up to 6. Okay, just to
say 5 degree.
And 6 ballast, like one by one back to each other. So you can install like 6 models,
without space between the rows.
So that means that you will reduce the space on your roof and you'll add more power, right? So the same goes for 11 degrees, the same with 3 ballast. Of course, you can use them in 2 poses as well. Only the 5 degree is available on vertical. 11 degrees is available only in horizontal pose. Yeah. So we suggest this system a lot, like Ilona mentioned, where when the customers want to install more power in less space. Without losing time, even here we have like 2 video demonstrations, right? One will be on 5 and one will be on 11, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Okay, well, now we'll see again the installers doing simulation with.
So the reason why we put these videos of installation in this webinar is because seeing how the things are done makes the thing easier. Right?
Correct.
So when we keep talking, but when you don't see the things, it becomes harder to understand and to have the reality of
makes sense. Why not like just showing it to you, like doing it live on people that are installing, and we will talk about the advantages, right? So it is the best way. As you can see, the procedure of is the same, right? So even with the standard, you're gonna have to place the sheet under you implement the ballast. The only difference here, you see that from ballast to ballast they go. There are some junction plate that I can point here. This junction plate that they play the role of reinforcement as well. To reinforce, to increase the wind resistance. You can place it on the ballast, but it doesn't mean that can be used on all the ballasts, right? So in type 10 degrees, for example, or even when you use east west, right? Sometimes we have some junction plate. You can, or you don't need to. With depends the calculation, and depends also even from the model, right? There are some big models that you are not even, you don't have to use the junction plate, or the area, like you said, like you don't need to reinforce the system. Here is 5 degrees. They are implemented the same. As you can see, they are different heights, right? The system goes and goes up. From the name itself, it's like a sail. You can even read what they are mentioning in there. That it comes with a guarantee of
25
years, like all the structure that comes in a guarantee of 25 years. Another beautiful thing I want to mention for this type of system, I know it's Alona's favorite, but I will mention you can use it as standard as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can use only the second row, the third row, so you don't need to use it as a whole system. Or you can use, for example, only the first 3 rows or only the last 3 rows. So
according to the space you have, right?
It doesn't mean that you have to start from the first row to the 6th row. So you can, it's flexible as a system, so you can divide rows, and you can even use it as a single row.
Yes.
In case, for example, there are, as we said, shadows in the roof, you can go, for example, with the last one or the 5th one.
Yes.
To avoid all the shadows on the roof, present on the roof. And it's the number one, as we said, for space optimization on the roof, because you can put less, you can put more modules in less space, because there is no need to leave space between the modules as in the standard system. So now we are seeing the 11 the version.
So let's stop just a second. Yeah, well, we were mentioning before the hook that you can use to carry the ballast. You can see they are just screwing it. It's already inserted, right? So they just place it. They use that iron to just to carry it. It's to help you, right? So
yeah, the M8 bushing, as you said earlier, it's already inserted in the production phase. So you can use it to move the ballast without any problem, because we know that there are countries that have this limit of weight.
Yeah, 25 kgs per person, 30 depends on
the country.
Yeah.
And with this method, it's very easy to move the ballast in the roof.
Very simple, very simple. I mean, you don't have to do a lot of work, and you just carry with your colleague. You can use even those manual, you know, the manual things to move it around the roof, right? Exactly. Yeah. So that will be no issue. Now we have a 11 degrees, right?
These are our clamps.
Yeah,
right?
This is the terminal clamp that is the universal terminal clamp that we use, and we've been starting sharing it later, right? So before we used to ask our customers, right? Every time for the models, right? What is the thickness of the model, so we can provide you the correct clamps. Now we have this universal clamp that they come one piece. You need to break them and to place it according to the thickness of your model, right? The central one will come always universal, but the terminal one, they will come a single piece. That the central one, they are broken already. So the terminal one, they are in one piece. You need to break them and using according to the thickness of the model. The same movement they're doing all the time, right? So the same strategy is not that changes, right? So okay, they're using the junction plate for the ballast to connect them all together. Here we're going to see 6 models with 3 rows by 2 models, right? So
I don't know if we mentioned, Errol, that all our systems are tested in the wind tunnel.
Yeah, we want to talk about it when we talk about technical office. We'll talk about all the tests. It's a really important thing. Good that you mention it. That we have to, because people are worried, right? People are worried. Different areas, different zones, really high wind
calculation. In Croatia, that it's
yes. Boris can also mention that we've done several installations together with areas that they have really high wind, right, Boris?
Yeah, I mean, in Croatia, we have these differences between the northern parts of Croatia and south part of Croatia, where in the southern part, we have this kind of a north wind called bura, which is not kind of a wind that is continuously blowing, but that bura sometimes at some specific micro locations have this very powerful short periods where the wind are very strong. So these solutions have shown in combination with the good static engineers that can resolve those kind of problems. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Good. All right. So just small recap for a 11 and 5 degrees Celsius system. Once again, the system advantages, of course, for space optimization, maximum power in less space, very quick to install, as you saw it on the video as well. High wind resistance.
So even the installation time that it doesn't go up more than 25 minutes for
Correct.
So 6 modules.
Yeah.
So it's very fast to install, and in this way, even the kilowatt cost is drastically reduced.
Of course.
Because we save the installation time.
Yes. And flexibility, as you mentioned, right? So you can always like play with this system is like very like you can play, you can choose which ballast you want to use it, right? So you want to use the highest one, you can go on 5.6, which is the last one, or 11.3 if you have high surrounding walls, right?
In case of obstacles on the roof, you can remove.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, you can add or you can remove always. We did a simulation before previous webinars on InSun that we're going to mention later, that we were removing from sale and we were adding, and the system, it looks like exactly like flexible. Like it's really good, like standard, right? So the third system that we're gonna use, okay, this is my favorite. Since Ilona chose the sales system, I'll choose Connect system, and we're gonna leave Boris with East-West systems. One each, right? Boris, you don't mind having East-West, right?
No, I said my favorite is standard and East-West combination.
That's why we left it for you, right? So that's good. Okay, we're gonna move. Actually, Connect system, Ilona, you can.
In fact, as we were saying before, for the problems of the wind in
Correct.
Croatia, when the problem is always the wind resistance, the most chosen by our customers is our Connect system. Why is this? Because it's not like all the systems.
No.
So it's in 3 parts.
Yeah, this
so
comes with 3 types of ballast. That's the difference that we use, and this is actually the latest system that we launched, right? I mean, of course, now it's years that is in market. For us, it's always our baby ballast, because it's the latest version we did, and actually it's working really well, right? A lot. We never thought that this is patented, right? So it has a license, and it's our solution, yeah, our creation. That's why we use it a lot, and this we're gonna see together now without talking more. We're gonna see the video when we install it, and we're gonna see the way you can use it. You can use it in vertical, you can use it in horizontal. All this you're gonna see it now.
We're going to show the video, the installation video to you. And it's to mention in this case about the Connect system, that the module doesn't go directly up to the ballast. So it creates a grid of panels, as you can see here. You see, you put before the frontal ballast.
Yes.
And then we have the central one and the terminal one to close always the plant.
Remember, there are 3 types of ballast: frontal, central, and terminal.
Yeah, it comes always as a system. So it can't be installed divided. So
yes.
It's always the 3 of them. It has to be, and it's the best solution when we have problems. For example, there are a lot of clients that say, but my roof doesn't support more than 25 kilos, doesn't support more than 20 kilo per square meter. And it's good to mention in this case that the Connect system, the weight is distributed all in the roof uniformly, and it doesn't go up to, it goes up to 25 kilo per square meter.
25, depends on the inclination as well, right? So that I had some occasion that the load per roof per kg went 13 kg, yeah.
So even less. It depends on the inclination of the ballast and from the module used as well.
Of course.
Because it's ballast plus module, the weight per square meter.
Not to mention that from the name itself, Connect, right? So it's all connected, all linked together, and that means that will increase, right? The wind, right? It's very high wind resistance, there is no need of using a lot of accessories actually to reinforce the system. Sometimes it's required to use double ballast on terminals one in the end, where you can, or
extra.
correct. Correct. Or the extra we have, probably later we'll show even a list of accessories. So we can show some accessories that can be used with all our systems, right? So now you see that we are on minute 20 almost.
Yeah, we are all done.
Yeah, 4 modules. As you can see, 3 frontal, 3 central, and 3 terminal. They are required to place a four modules, right? So
20 minutes and it's all done.
correct.
And it comes with wide range of inclination from,
Yes.
from 5 to 30 degrees. So we
Yes.
have 5 degree, 10 degree, 15, 20, and 30 degree.
Right.
So these are all horizontally installed.
Yes.
But we have even a solution for
10
vertical
degrees.
position. It's
Correct.
only 10 degree vertical position. And in case there are projects that you need to do the installation in vertical, you can use 10 degree connect system without problem.
Of course, we're going to need to see the module to see if it's compatible, it can fit the system, and then we can tell you that you can use it or not. One more thing is the mix, right? Since it's my favorite one, now I'll say it. We did a mix actually of 2 systems. We combined them, right? So there is, you can find it on our website as well. It's called our Sail Connect system or Connect Sail system, depends how you like it to call it. It's the same. So it's a mix between Sail system and Connect system. That system, it's available only on 5 degrees, right? Only 5 degrees. You can find. What does that mean? That you can do a connect system with Sail mode, right? So you can connect up to 2 modules next to each other with connect system. So we have a Sail and a connect one, right? So that means more modules installed, less weight distributed on the roof. That is really cool, right? So we use it. I mean, Ilona now will try to find you. Yeah.
Sail shape connect system.
Correct.
Just to see how it is created.
Yes.
So as we mentioned here, the technical data sheet. So here we are in this case, I'd like to mention that for each product in our website, you can find our the technical data sheet.
Yeah.
Easy. And we have the chat here that
just pop up now. Yeah, I mean,
if you have any question anytime, you can just chat now, and we will answer shortly to you.
Actually, it's your name.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. No, it's my colleague. In fact, for your information, we are for Ilona in the company.
Yeah.
So she's my colleague.
You have to go by last name if you want to ask for Ilona. This is a data sheet of
technical data sheet of the Sail shape connect system. Here it goes. The frontal one, the central one, even this one is central, and the terminal one.
So there is a small central one which allows you to connect the 2 modules, right? So if you can see on the center, in here there are 2 central ones that they use to use it. If we say with connect, we would go with 3 types of ballast. With this one, it will require you more, right? So here we have 5. So there are 2 small central ones which will allow you to do this type of solution, to do the 5 degree shaped Sail shape connect system.
Yeah.
So, and of course, the weight as well is not.
So in case you have less space on the roof and you still want to use our connect system, here is the solution.
Only on 5 degrees, remember, right? We don't have it on different inclinations. So on 5 it's possible to use it with this type. So the advantages, we mentioned all of them, right? Recap it once more. From the name connect, is very high wind resistance, connected, all linked together. Even with a connect, it's flexible, right? I had occasion that you might remove, but the thing is, like, when you remove one model, if you want to finish the installation there, you're always going to have to end it up with a frontal one, right? So you're going to have to add the frontal one in the end, but it is flexible as well. Very quick to install, one of the quickest, actually, I can say, like, for the time to do it. And because even the ballast, they are in less weight, people can carry it even by their own, right? So they don't need to be 2 people. They
that
can
helps even if with the transport
of
cost.
Course. Yeah, you have it written here, the transport. Yeah, less weight, that means less transport cost, and you're gonna pay less, right? so it's good. Wide range of inclination, I don't have mentioned, it comes different, right? Low loads in coverage goes up to 10, 15, 13, 20, maximum 25 kgs per square meter. So this is our connect system. And the last one, we're gonna leave it to Boris to do the. Yeah, no, it's all right. We'll do it this time. Next time it will be you to present the east-west system. All right?
Yeah, maybe if I can just jump in for a second.
Please.
All this system, if there is a windy area, could be make more even wind resistance by adding additional ballast.
Double ballast. Yes.
So
correct. You used it already.
Important for them to understand if we need, for example, 30 kilos more according to static report, or we need 60 kilos more. We can always do it by doubling ballast or by putting extra weight ballast on a component.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the U-shaped.
Yes, the U-shape extra weight. You already have it on stock, I think. The 30 kilo.
This accessory that we have created as well is our coupling system.
You can use it for standard system as well. We're gonna mention that as well.
Yeah.
It worth to be mentioned because it's one of the accessories that substituted actually our windbreaks, right? We had windbreak or windshield, how depends how you call it. Yeah, or even reinforcement bars that we had to use to place behind our standard system. Now we have the new accessory, which even that one plays double role. Right, we're going to show it later. I think after we finish, when we go to the accessories page, we can talk a bit about even the Cadlo wind that we launched. So we go to the last system, east-west system, or as I call it, a standard system. For me, it is a standard system, right? So the only thing, what do you do on this one? Easy as that. I mean, you don't need to do nothing more. What is used this system, or why it shows a lot from our customer, is when you have a bad orientation of the building, right? So you want to, you have a big building on front of you that it's covering you the south, or yeah. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna place and you want to get more sun, right? So east-west system is the solution for it. And with our ballast, pretty much simple, is standard system, just the ballast back to back to each other, and voila, you have east-west system with all the inclination that we have, right? You can use it, of course.
From 3 to 15.
Yeah, maximum 15. I don't think even with 20, like very rare that they are choosing 10 degrees with the most common one. They use even boys use a lot of 10 degrees on east-west. So even in here, we can before we talk the advantage, we can see it all together. All right. Let's wait until it opens. All right. So here we're going to see the installers doing the same thing with east-west system.
In the measures as always.
Yes.
And another thing to say for east-west system is that the production is constantly during all the day.
Correct. Correct. As you can from the shape itself, right? So you can see whenever they're going to place the model, you can see this system is, for me, it's like one of the most resistant, right? I mean, we have Connect is very well, we did it for the high wind resistance. With east-west, you don't need to use a lot of accessories. Like almost there are. I mean, Boris, I remember you did one installation when you did east-west, and I think we used double bulb because that depends on the area, yeah, where you are. But majority of the cases is not required to use, especially if you use 10 degrees, like 60 kilogram on east-west. Even the shape itself, like it come in that, like it's aerodynamic, right? So yeah, correct. So here we're gonna see the difference.
We used 5.2 ballast in this case, and as you see, they used even the junction plate to make the system even more resistant.
The junction plate, this part that connects two ballasts, right? And then you can place the module on top of it. It mentioned we need to mention that the junction plate is not required. It's required for 5 degrees and for 3 degrees, right? So if we're talking about 10 degrees and the other, there is not required to use the junction plate. This was one of the questions that as well Boris did before with us. Why I'm not using with 10 degrees, right?
Because probably there are clients that have used our 5-degree ballast and they received the junction
Yes,
plate.
and
When they
what
found it at 10 degree facing their
Correct.
all the material, they think that we didn't deliver. But in fact, there is no need to use the junction plate with 10 degree pointy ballast. And then you see
Simple
it's
procedure,
almost
yeah.
finishing, and it's less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're implementing only 4 models in here, just for you guys to see it, right? So as you can see, the ideal in case of bad building exposure, right? So is the perfect
In
solution.
fact, there are even houses or buildings that have a lot of trees around.
Yes, correct.
And it's the perfect solution to keep producing energy during all the day.
It's like 10 minutes taken to
Less than
install
4 minutes.
four models, right? Nothing else added, just the sheath ballast, okay, the junction plate for this type of ballast and the clamping. That's all, and you have the installation done.
Yeah, it's done.
I don't know, Boris, how much, because you did several projects, right? Even with East West, and some of them they were quite big. Some of them probably they were quite small. I need to know, like, how did you have any feedback from the installers, right? How did they find it? Did they find it easy? Did they have any issue?
Even before we saw this way how to put hook and to lift ballast, the guys already
Yes.
took it as a easier solutions. So when I asked them, are you using these little lifters?
Yeah, the trolley, the small one, the manual one, yeah.
Trolley like on the roof. So they said, no, we just put hooks, and did this exactly the same. Even before we saw it, you did it. Regarding installation process, yes, the biggest feedback and the advantages that we hear from the field is speed of installation that is drastically reduced now, and of course cost effectiveness if we look on the economical side of thing, if in correlation with other types of the systems. Also additional thing is this wind resistance, which can be always checked accordingly to micro locations where your project is.
Good, good. To recap once again, the advantages of the system, as we mentioned, of course, used more for space optimization. You want to,
because there is no need to leave space between the modules, because they go back to back.
And this one is flexible as well, right? So you can add or remove modules as well according to the roof topology, right? Or the roof layout. If you have, I remember a simulation from Insan. We added one antenna or one air band on east-west, right? So we had to remove one part in the middle just to leave that, and then you could continue again with the same system east-west. So it's flexible as well. High wind resistance, of course, very quick to install, as we saw on the video. The kilowatt cost drastically reduced. Of course, we know some different types of inclination, different type of weight as well, and has the ability to circumvent the obstacle, like I mentioned for it.
It's the cost is reduced because, in fact, it's a system that doesn't need a lot of accessories for the wind resistance.
Yes.
It's
also just a short jump. We had also a client who are using this system, but on the roof that is already inclinated on, let's say, 3, 4, 5 pitch slope degrees. So then they don't need to put extra 10 degrees standard ballast. They use 0 degrees.
Correct.
Standard ballast.
We'll talk about it as well when we talk about the typologies of the roof, right? So we're gonna mention that. That's a good point that you mentioned there, Boris. Very important. It's really, really important, and we get that almost every day. Like, can I use your structure on a pitched roof, sorry, on a roof with a certain slope, right? So me and Ilona will explain it once again that our ballast, you can use it with some restriction, right? So they need to be, you cannot use it.
We can use it with in a roof with an inclination from 0 to 5 degree, all are ballasts, so standard connect all the inclinations, while from 5 to 10 degree, then we have to verify with the technical department, because what we suggest in this case is our 0 degree or 3 degree ballast using the foam.
Correct. Correct. That one we'll discuss it like once again when we talk about the typologies of where we can use our system. One more thing I wanted to add, actually. I mean, we mentioned 4 systems, right? There is one fifth one that we haven't added in here, but is the solution that we give, the custom solution.
The custom, yes. If you have, for example, developing a project that needs a different inclination,
that we don't have it.
That we don't have, we offer you even the custom
yes.
solution, and we can work with the technical department, with research and development department, and they can provide you with a custom solution for your project.
Yes, I mean, let's say somebody will say, I want a 7 degrees. We don't have 7 degrees ballast, so it is required from he is engineer that he wants 7 degrees. Okay, we can do it. Of course, we have the team that to do. It will take more time, of course, because we need to develop, we need to do the forms, to test it and do all that. But yes, of course, we've done several actually in Italy.
Yeah. 12 degrees.
Yes. In Switzerland, 12 degrees, right? The customer wanted 12 degrees, right? So of course we can do that as well. So that system is open as well from us. Yeah, you can use it.
If you have any project that you have to use a specific inclination that we don't have,
correct,
you can always refer to us, and we will send your request to the technical department, and we'll try to find a solution for you.
Please, guys, feel free to write any questions so far. We will be more than happy to answer them, right? So we are here for that. If you have a question or doubt till now, what we explained, please let us know.
Anyway, it's good to mention that the webinar is being registered.
Yes.
So at the end of the webinar, they will receive the link.
Yes.
And they can see the webinar anytime they want after the live ends. So we are live. You can always do your questions, and we will answer to you shortly.
I'm gonna do one more question actually for them. I think the problem. So since we spoke about all this.
All these problems.
Yeah, all this. I want to know from your side. We want to know from your side, what are the problems that you face during the phase of installation? Do you encounter them? And we did a question for it. We're gonna share it now.
So from all those situations that we mentioned, correct, so obstacles on the roof,
vegetation of the building, heavy wind, correct.
With the market that is always.
You can click on the problem that you face most of the time, and yeah.
I see. So we are 50-50.
Yeah, it changes now. Yeah.
So I see that most of them face obstacles on the roof.
Yes.
So I guess the perfect solution for all of you is our standard system, as we said, because it allows you to circumvent all the obstacles on the roof. It's a versatile system.
Yeah, 50% of attendees, like, they chose obstacles on the roof. So yeah, that's something that happens very common. I think the roofs probably in Croatia, right? You correct me, boys, if I'm wrong. I know that majority of them they are like these bituminous, right? Cover, right? They changed TPO, EPDM, different types. That's why they are flat, majority of them, and they have a lot of obstacles. So they have these air vents. That's why the answers that we have from them is 50%. They chose more obstacles on the roof, and then we had heavy winds, 25%, which they are in certain areas where you need to use it. So
13%.
Yeah, bad orientation of the building.
And 13% load on the roof. So it seems large modules are no problem for the public.
Yeah, I think they use it on horizontal. They already know that we can place it on horizontal, so they just like, okay, just leave it. So that's one of the pros that we wanted to share with you. I think now we should pass to the consultancy service. What do we offer, right? We mentioned in the beginning that we are a big team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's time to show to them how do we work, our flow, right? How the project, whenever you ask for a project, right? If you are a customer, you're gonna ask me, Harold, I want to develop this project, like what are the information I need from you, right? This one we're gonna explain to you guys, right? The consultancy service, what do we offer? Who is our team? The number, like how many are they? What do they do? Like in a technical report that we send, we're gonna explain different types of technical reports that they might have, might receive it, right? So consultancy service, what we offer. Now we have a team, 15 they are, we have even in 3 now that they are like on process of hiring, because the level of demands that we get daily is crazy. Like I can say, like it's completely crazy, and everyone keep asking, okay, where is my project? I need it now. I need to finish it. I need this calculation, right? So comparing to last year, right? So 2021, I mean, we were doing like almost double. Yeah, 21 to 20. I mean, we're doing double what we did on 20. Like on 22 now, we're doing triple what we were doing on 21. So we had to expand. Like it was something that we needed to get more team, like to develop, to not to leave our customers wait, right? That's why we have also Boris, right? That's why we have all our distributors, like in all the countries, right? Like I could keep going and mention all of them, yeah. And we really thank them all the time, like all the distributors that we have. I don't want to mention name now because I know some of them are here, right? And I know they are listening to us. But yes, thank you for all the hard work you guys are doing and supporting us, and we'll be there for you for anything, right? So to move forward, we're gonna explain, me and Elona, we're gonna explain how it works, right, with our technical office. How do you get a quote from us? How do you get a technical report from Sun Ballast? So our technical team is more than 15 people that they work daily with your project. So whenever you have a project, you have some, we're going to share with you, actually our colleague, we're going to share with you some details that we need
to know in order to prepare a complete technical report.
You mentioned in the beginning some of them. Now we're going to mention a full one, right? So first thing what we need to know is the address, right? Where is going to be installed. Why we ask for the address is because our technician will go according to the coordinates that you provide, according to the address, to check the wind in there, right? To see how that area is affected by wind, right? According to that, that's why it's very critical. It's very important for us to have it, to have the exact address. We don't want, I mean, we can go according to the cities. There are some projects we get, okay, this project is in Split, let's say, for example, right, in Split where you are, right? It will be better, of course, we can get the wind load of Split, like the constant one. But if you go according to the area, according to the coordinates, it's very, very good, right? Apart from the address, we will ask you the number of the models, number of power, number of the models. We need to know, right? It's something that, I mean, we can do a calculation according, if you want to install 50 kilowatt power, right? According with this model that you have, we can do approximately how many models it will fit. But it's better for you to tell us, right? Tell us like how many models you want to implement, and tell us the model that you're going to use with the dimension, right? Dimension is very important for us to see if that model is compatible with our ballast.
Yeah, even to see if it fits on.
Correct. So we'll ask you a technical data sheet of the model. If there is a model that has a really large dimension, the best thing would be to get the assembly data sheet, right, of the model, so we can see everything. One more thing we're going to ask will be the height of the building. If it's like on the building, or if it's in a small one or very high, we need to know approximately. We need to know the height of the building. The height of the parapet, the height of the surrounding wall, as well, is one of the things that why we ask for the high parapet. So if you have a parapet that is like 50 centimeters on your roof, and your installation will be done close to it, that means that the winds will not affect as much as it should on that one. So the calculation will be correct. We can do it. The plant is going to start. Correct. It may create shadow
the module?
According to the parapet, our technician will give you a better calculation of the wind, right? So the wind, how much the coefficient of pressure will be in each corner of the roof. So that is very important even for us to know, to get that. What else? I mean, what we get, a layout, right? We need, I mean, to make our job easier, we need a layout, right? We can do approximate quotes, right? Approximately according, okay, I want to install alone, I want to install 50 modules, right? Okay, you want to install 50 modules, but
It's going to be always approximate.
correct. How are you going to place them on your roof, right? I don't know if your roof have obstacle. I don't know the orientation of your roof. I need to know all this. That's why we asked for a layout, right? If you provide us a simple layout, it will make our job. Correct. DVG file, PDF if you don't have it, or if you got it from somebody else, you know, like something that we can see the way you have positioned your modules, right, in your roof, and where you have this obstacle, where you have the dimension of the roofs as well, which is very important. Sometimes we can calculate it from maps, right, from Google or from all we can go to the coordinates, but it's better to get it correct from your side. What else? I mean, typology of the roof, which we're going to talk even after. Typology of the roof is very important. This is one of the questions that you need to tell us. Later, we're going to explain where you can use our ballast, like what type of roof it can be. After you provide us all these details, which we're going to share with you, we're going to share with you a bill of material, a quote, right? A quote according to the number of models you have, number of ballast we give you, accessories all included, right?
Yeah, that it's all based on the calculations done from the technical department. So you will receive a technical drawing of the system.
In technical drawing of the system, we need to mention like what type of technical reports they will get, right? As well. Yeah. That will be very important.
So you will receive even the bill of material that you mentioned before, the sizing calculation, and in fact what we offer that you know, even with Boris, we offer a technical report signed by a qualified technician.
Correct. That is very important. There are some questions that we receive, like, okay, I'm going to do this installation, I go according to your technical drawing, but how can you assure me that my modules will not fly, right? Will not fly away, right? There are areas that it happened. We are not saying that, okay, it happened even with us, that there were some special occasions, some tornadoes or some really heavy wind. Yeah, those are common, right? So that's why we always get all the information. We want to know to give you actually a proper technical report with all this calculation, so you will not need to be worried. If you're still worried, we have a technician, an architect, which he will sign it, right? He will sign it. He will take the responsibility of the wind, right? The wind load that you're gonna have. He's not gonna go on according to it, but he will not be there. He'll not be there for you to install it, but he can tell you that this amount of ballast, this amount of accessory is suitable for your installation, and you don't need to be worried, right? So that one comes with a cost, right? Our technical report that we send is completely free, right? Our technician will do that for you, and we will check. If you are still worried, we can provide you different type of report with different calculations as well, more in detail, because you have to trust like the technical report that is in, because every technical report that we share, it reads that it's confirmed, right? It's confirmed that you're good to go with it
based on the wind loads that are present in the area.
When we talk about sizing calculation, Alona opened before one of the data sheets. That means that every ballast that you chose, it will come with a technical data sheet of it. So that means you're going to have the ballast and you're going to have all the dimension, right? The height, the weight, how much is wide. So you're going to see the number that comes in a pallet, the number it will fit. Yeah, correct. So all this dimension, you can find it on the technical data sheet of the ballast. Technical report, like I mentioned, signed from the qualified technician. And of course,
they are doing the first installation with Sun Ballast system and they may need our assistance. We offer always phone support.
Yeah, correct. Like all our agents are all available during our working hours. You can call us anytime. You can send us an email. Alona takes a good part of them, right? So has a good team that they are all the time on contact with the clients, right? Even if they are our client or even if they are new, right? for those who are new here, they will call you, they will like ask you questions like what you need to, okay, more information that you require, they will be there for you, so it's easy. And here there is a video that our technical director actually is speaking. I mean, I don't think because it's just like he's just talking here.
Yeah, but what we can mention in this case is that having deadlines for the project, there are cases that our clients prefer to do by themselves the project. So in this case, what we did for them is we have a software that you can implement your system. You can design your system by yourself. So you don't need to download anything. So it's in Sun. We have all our systems there. You can find them and you can implement a project by yourself.
It's good to mention because this system, this software is online, right? So
you don't need to download it. You just have to register in the Sun website.
So far, it's free. I think everyone can register. Whoever wants to do this part, like to design his own system, can register on InSun. As you can see, Andrea here is talking about InSun. So that the way that they can do it, you can go according to the coordinates of the roof, or you can create your own roof, right? So that is the beauty of it. You can create, you have the dimension, you can create it, you can place the model in there. And here you have access of all our systems, all our structures, all the inclination, and you have access of the modules as well, right?
Yeah, you have even different modules that you can use.
And you can choose the typology of the roof as well. How you have it. Correct. And you can simulate it, right? You can play with it. You can do it according how do you want it, how you find it more suitable. You can raise the parapets on the roof, or you can erase it. You can add or remove obstacles, right? Of course, in here you can see that he was.
Yeah, it's good to mention that it uses Google Earth. So
correct. And you get all the analysis even for regarding the sun, right? How much power will generate the model during all day. With InSun,
even in the shadows and everything.
Correct. You can simulate. You can add trees. You can add buildings, right? So you can provide, and you can see that sun will go in one time. What certain time will go and cover the area. And here is the production capacity of the models. So this is InSun. You can download it. You can go online and you can write www.insanhub.com. Easy. You can register.
Register. Once registered, you can use it anytime online.
Correct.
And you can do your own system,
After you do it,
if you want to be verified by our technician, you can share it with us.
Yes.
So you can ask one of our technicians to verify it, and he will send it back to you with the verification done.
If there are changes to be done, okay, we're going to modify it a bit for you. If they're not, we'll send you like the correct bill of material with the price, and then you can just go on for it. You know, like that is good for you. As you see now, all the systems are available, right? Connect, yeah. There are even the old ones that we added, right? Yeah. So InSun, please go and try it. You have access to everything.
Even the models that you see of in fact, you can check even the compatibility of the.
Correct. If you can use it
on with the model as well.
Here to show you can use it on landscape, on portrait, weight, everything is like proper in here, right? Yeah. He chooses the favorite one that you want, and you can start implementing them.
Very easy. So in their website, you have even the tutorials, so you can see them in order to get to know this software, and why not use it all the time when so you won't need for our technical report.
Yeah, actually we've done a webinar. Actually, Ilona has realized a webinar introducing InSun when we first launched it, and Ilona with with one of the InSun guys, they were talking about how to use it.
Yeah, you can find it in our website in the webinar section with all the information.
As you see now,
this video explains a lot.
Correct. You can export your BOM, right? Bill of material. You can export it, and you can add the quantity per your project, right? If you want. And
so
here,
you see this
Correct.
list of material, the quantity, the price for each. You
Yes.
can export DWG file.
Our technician will get it and they will verify it for you and tell you that, okay, it's fine, you can go with it or no. So,
And you can even do the electrical part within Sun.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's a very good software that you can always use. It's free for you, so nothing to lose.
Before Elena mentioned to me like the tests on our ballast, of course, very important thing. Our ballast are licensed has a patent, so that means all they are tested, right?
They are all tested in the wind tunnel.
Correct. So they've been done several tests, like on wind tunnel for each type of structure, actually each type of ballast, and they can withstand different types of wind,
So
right?
if you go in our website, you can find in the download area. So you have all the certificates. It's ISO
Yes.
as well.
I saw, yeah, you can have it.
Wind tunnel test as well as the instruction. You have all the documents that you can download in this area. And another thing that you were mentioning is the tests that have been done to our system that you can find in the area of research and development. So here below, you can see we have done the wind tunnel test.
Yeah, the wind tunnel test, the tear resistance test, and the bushing test, according even with the liquid test, right? So it means to go in a factor to see like how resistant it is. We said that our ballast is 25 years warranty, right? So in order to say that it's 25, of course, we have the certificate for it. We have to present all these tests to our clients, right? So you can download it for free. It's very simple. Just go in there. Leona mentioned, and you can also the dynamic test on fixing, right? Yeah, I forgot to mention this one as well. Very important. Of course, you can download all of them, right? It's for free. If you don't want, you can just give us a call, send an email. We'll share those details with you. Okay.
As we said, to close the technical
Yeah.
part, a team of almost 20
Correct.
technicians doing all the day projects of different
Types of projects, yeah.
different problems in the roof. They are well trained to give you the best solution for your project.
Of course, after we ended with Insun as well, we had a lot of questions because it's new and a lot of clients started asking like, okay, can I do a training more or something extra? And of course, you can ask us. We're always there, like we're gonna support you somehow to find you. Probably whenever technician will have time to help you with it, right? So it's good for you guys to use even Insun, right? So it's easy if you want to do it by your own. If you say that Errol is delaying a lot the project, it's not send it to me. Yeah, go for Insun. You know, like do it, send it to me back, and we'll verify it for you. Yeah, that is really important. Okay. After consultancy service, I think we're going to talk a bit about fields of application. Boris, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Also, I can just mention that with using Insun software, if somebody want to deep in and to check some specific location before, everything that he do in software is not verified before he send it to Sun Ballast, and then he will get a review
Correct.
of his
Correct.
So nobody has to be warned, did I do this right?
Yes.
You can send it via one click to directly to technicians in Sun Ballast who will verify what you do in software.
Yeah, in fact, that's true. So in fact, it's very suitable even when you have to prepare an approximate offer,
yes.
right? Just to give an
Correct.
offer to the client.
Someone that want to do a test project,
Yeah.
a pilot project, he just want to know the quote. He just want to know like approximately. So yeah, you can do that as well. I mean, we can do it as well, but easier to do it yourself.
I wanted just to mention, mostly people send it to me rasters, and then I prepare everything so that goes over sales team, you, to technicians. This with Insun is some kind of a shortcut. If somebody want to do it, it's just a shortcut of if they want to check some specific locations. Yeah. Even I think we are doing so far very fast response. Okay, waiting time with technical report has been a little bit more now. It's normal because the demands are really huge. Even if we see what happened 6 months ago, now the demands for the projects are tripled. So
Correct.
it's understandable they cannot get technical reports in 1-2 days. It took a week at least today.
Yeah, I mean, we are doing our best, right? We want to deliver everything on time, right? We don't want anyone to be upset or anyone to be stay on hold, right? To say, okay, where is my my technical report? Where's my offer? I want it as soon as possible. We know your struggles as well, right? I'm talking in general for everyone, right? So we know that you have a deadline to follow. We know that you have also clients that they demand like really fast. Like, I want it now. I want to install it tomorrow, right? Okay, we cannot produce today for tomorrow straight away. I mean, if it's a small one, you can like go straight away and send it, right? So it takes time. Some things take time, right? As you know, like it's something that actually is good that you mentioned, because I wanted to say Sun Ballast like is doing also like really large installation, right? We are not like a company that we produce 5 kilowatt, 10 kilowatt. Right? Now we're going and installing like commercial roofs like up to more than 1 megawatt, right? So, several projects we had even together. Boris, right? Without mentioning where to or all this, but we've done several projects that they are really large, right? We are talking about 500 kilowatts above, right? 1 megawatts above than that. Some of them, they are even on our reference pages. You can see the pictures. It is really good. So please do not keep in mind that you say like, I can use it only for smaller roofs, right? For 5. You can use it for commercial roofs. Don't be worried about the weight. Don't be worried about all these things. We are here to support you and to tell you the perfect solution for it. Yeah, and here,
So here you have all the installations done with our
correct.
structure.
Reference pages, Ilona is showing to you now.
So see all references here, and you can even do filters to check, for example, if you have, why not a system of 55 kilowatt,
Yeah,
and you want to use a 10-degree inclination with a connect system, you can see how it's going to be.
correct. This is just a small part of the pictures we received, right?
Yeah,
so we post it, right? So every installation that we post it on our website to see, like we get several daily. Like,
I guess this is 1/10 of
yeah.
what we do.
We selected so at least you can have all the inclination, all the systems, all the countries that you can choose it, right? So and in here you can find it. Okay, I think I want to do this question, right? We mentioned Insan, right? We said that we can do the technical report for you, or you prefer to do it on your own, right? We would like to share a question with you. I want to know, like, the opinion of the attendees today. How do they want it? Like, do they want to do it their own, or do they want to get a technical report? That doesn't mean that we'll not do it. We'll do it always for you guys. Just this is the question I would like to share with you, right? So as you can see,
so would you like to receive our technical
report
report,
or do it on your own?
So let's see. So I guess they all prefer to get things free without getting charged.
Yeah, they're changing like that, of course.
In fact, in this time, they are very busy with doing all the rest of the project.
I know, yeah.
And having the technical report already prepared, it's a great thing.
Definitely, yeah. As you can see, the results, 67% that they chose to receive technical report from us, 33% they prefer to do it on their own. That means that all of them can get from us, right? The technical report. We will be happy to provide the technical report, but if you want to know more and to spare time, right, to have like doing that would be really good, like using Insan as well. So it is really good. Okay, there is a question actually I saw before. Yeah. Okay, will you share this presentation by email or on your website?
So once we finish the webinar, it's going to be added in our webinar section here in webinar. So you can see it anytime you have free time.
You can share it with your colleagues, with other
And,
clients.
if you need the presentation, in the PDF file of presentation, we can send it to you. Just send us an email and we will share it with you.
Correct. Webinars, we can mention that you can find it on different languages as well. If English is not suitable for you, you can go for Italian, you can go for French, you can go Spanish and German, right? Depends on the client you have, right? If you have a German client, please, you can send the webinars on German. We have the salespeople, they speak different languages, and we decided to host this webinar in English because, okay, we are with Solar Projekt. Unfortunately, we don't speak Croatian, but as we know, in Croatia, everybody speaks in English, right? So that's a good thing. Everyone can understand, and we have attendees from different countries, right? From different countries. So you can find a webinar for each language that you want to, in English, Italian, Spanish, French, German. So you just go in there and you can just need to add your name, and that's it.
Name, email,
Email
and
address, yeah.
you can see it anytime.
Correct.
We have for those who missed the webinar. So
Yes.
we will send them a description link, and they can see it anytime.
Correct. That to answer the question that we had from one of the attendees. Okay. Yeah. We have one chat. Sorry. Okay. I was not able to follow the webinar. Will you provide a video recording?
So,
Of course.
we have Ivan with us. I was not able to follow webinar. Will you provide video recording of webinar?
Definitely.
As just mentioned, we will send to you.
Elona will do that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. So I'll send everything to you, and in case you will need, you will have other questions, you can just contact us, and we will be happy to share.
Cool. I think we should move to the last application. We don't want to keep you guys longer as well, Anna. It's going okay. You have a lot to do, so we're going to go quickly with the fields of application. Where can you use a Sun Ballast structure, right? We know that different type of roofs, different type of flooring, different type of, you can do it on the ground as well, right? So we're going to talk each of them fast and with details, right? So the first material of the roof you can use is the sheet, the mostly used one. Of course, even Croatia as well. The bitumen material, TPOs, PDM roofs, all these types, you can use our structure without any problem, right? Here we can see some installation examples where they are.
In fact, what we suggest in this case, even for the weight distributed in the roof, for it's our connect system, as
Correct.
we mentioned before in the advantages. And here below you can go.
Yes.
So you can see some examples here, bitumen.
This connect,
Yeah,
this type of sheet TPO that they are very slippery, right? So we recommend the sheet. I mean, yeah, to go on. One thing to mention for the sheet that we provide to our customers, because there are questions that for the material of fit. This year we launched the new sheet that we are sending out of Italy, which is a rubber material, like 100% recyclable material, created from 100% recycled material. So it's very strong, very resistant, not flammable, and it's very good for to protect your roof as well, to protect the ballast and protect your roof. So it is really good and really strong. So the second
industrial roofs,
correct.
See big projects, big plants.
The second typology of the roof are the floorings, the pavements, where we can see.
This is commonly used in urban
correct. In urban areas, you can have like tiles and. The
best solution in this case is our seal sheet system.
Yes, I mean these are small spaces, as you can see. The client decided to use 11 degrees. Of course, 5 degrees. The same typology of the roof, right? The pavement, like.
As you see here, that we mentioned even before, there is the surrounding wall in the roof.
Correct, the high parapet, right?
And they started from the third row, I guess, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah, the third row of 5 degrees, right? So they want to avoid the shading problems. The third typology of the roof, gravel, right? We see sometimes roofs that are covered gravel. Of course, gravel plays double role, of course, for the water infiltration and for the protection of UV rays, right? It's very good to have it. Some roofs, they have gravel on it. You can use our ballast without any issue at all.
There are two ways that they.
Correct. You have two ways to implement the ballast on the roof. One way is to place it directly on the gravel, right? The second way is like you can make some, you can remove some part of the gravel. You can or you cannot use, when you remove the gravel, it's good to use the sheet that we provide. Correct. So you can protect the topology of the roof under. But if you implement it directly on the gravel, it's not necessary to use the sheet. The ballast can be placed directly on top of it. Of course, different type of gravels, the sizing of that is something important. If you have like small type of stones, you can implement the ballast direct, so you can. But if you have like very big one and like this,
in fact, even in
correct.
Spain, that are big stones. That it's better if you position first with the ballast, then you put.
And here, as you see, that the ballast is inside, right? Like the client decided to go deep and to go to cover, so it will not move at all.
It's up to you decide.
Correct.
It's
another typology, the green roofs, of course, very common in Austria, Switzerland. More can happen. It can be any type, but what we want to say that you can use our ballast on the green roof.
In fact, in this case, it's just higher ballast.
Correct. Correct.
In order to avoid all
the grass growing, all this. So the roof can be usable as well, right? If you use high, you can place something under it. So some people, they use it, right? So they can do a lot of things, certain things that you want to do. But as Elena mentioned, more common ballast are the high one. As you can see, even in this picture, the clients decide, okay, this is another solution.
In fact, there are cases where there are, for example, roofs or where the client don't want the modules to be seen.
Correct. We can always suggest the low inclination.
Yes, so 3 degree, 0 degree, or 5 degree.
Correct. Here we see a mix of green roof and gravel, right? So you have both roofs, and he placed the models on the gravel roof. On the ground.
In fact, we receive a lot of questions every day if the system can be used for ground installations. In fact, it can be used, but the terrain has to be well prepared before you do the installation.
There are certain of detail that we'll ask you in order to continue further with your project. If you want to implement it on the ground, Alona said the flat need to be complete. The ground need to be completely flat, right?
Yeah.
So the way you use it, you can use like the machinery, the rolls one that to make it flat.
It has to be stable.
Correct. There are some ways that you can do it, right? One way, as you see on the picture, the client decided to add gravel, right? And then it goes with those machinery, the heavy ones with the rolls, and make it completely flat. There are different ways when the client has also concrete, some tiles, concrete, that he can place the ballast without any problem, right? And regarding weight, there is no need to be worried because you can place as much as possible. Another way is like some material, some clients decide to use the fabric material. This covers. Correct. To avoid the grass growing, and you can find this material in any hardware shop right next to you. Like it's very common, right? We do not provide it, but you can find it and use it for installation. That means that you can use it even for large installation. All right, you can go up to 500 kilowatt, 1 megawatt if you have it, and you know that the ground is completely flat, right? You can implement some ballast as well. One thing we forgot to mention regarding the slope of the roofs, right?
Exactly. So as
we want to talk about it as well. Alona, you can talk about it.
Our systems, all our ballast, the standard connect, all the inclination can be used in a roof with an inclination up to 5 degrees. So if the inclination goes from 5 to 10 degrees, as I said before, it's better if we pass the request to the technical department so they can check, verify if you can use our system or not. And we suggest in these cases or 0 degree ballast, as Boris has already used in some projects, and the 3 degree ballast using the foam to
Yeah, it's a polyurethane foam. You can find it, that one as well. Is a simple foam that you use it to glue. You can use it even on the doors. All this you can find it. We provide that as well. If it's required to get it with your project, we do provide it. That foam will help the ballast to resist more on that roof. So that means that you can use a 5-degree ballast on a sloped roof more than 5, and you can implement the ballast. The way of using it is very simple. You just implement it in the center of the ballast, where are the two sheaths. When you play the two sheaths, as you know that the sheath, they come in two parts, right? In the front and the back, and in the middle you can implement 50 ml is required for each ballast to implement foam. You can find that as well on our data sheet.
Only if the roof is inclined.
Yes, but rest assured that you can use our ballast on inclined roof. Okay, we are not going for 20 degrees slope roof. Yeah, maximum 10, right? So after 10 it will be really hard, but even those we need to verify before we do your project. We cannot just say, okay, you have 10 degrees and let me get 10-degree ballast and place it on it. No, first of all we need to verify it, send it by Boris. Boris can share it with us, or you can send by us, no problem at all.
We have to be sure always before we do.
Yes, of course. One thing that okay, with field application we finished. We can go once again here. We can talk about the accessories that we have. So we're not going to talk all of them. We're just going to show it in the page products, the icon accessories. You can find all the accessories that they are used for Sun Ballast. The clamps, the DIMA that is used for alignment. Yeah, the additional weight, 30 kilograms, that can be added according to the areas. You should check. No, you can use the additional. Yeah, you can use it. Correct. For connect system is the junction plate for east-west, as you mentioned. The junction plate for the ballast for sales system. Earthing plate as well. You can, if you want to do the grounding for your system, of course, it will be the job of your electrical engineer to do how many is going to place. We provide only the earthing plate, and then you can. This is very simple because this goes between the module and the clamp. Yeah, we suggest usually 1 per ballast or 1 per module can be the number that we do suggest, but depends on the electrical engineer. The polyurethane foam, as I mentioned, that we can provide it for you, and the bitumen nose sheet. All the data sheet of this we can share it with you, or you can download it online. And the last accessory and the latest one that we launched, that we said, the cable wind.
So it
correct
plays the role of double function. So it's even for the cable accommodation,
yes,
as you
correct.
can see.
The cable alignment and of course.
Even for wind resistance.
Yeah, it has part of concrete on the back, right? So common use for standard system with certain amount of distance between each module. So yeah, of course, even cable wind comes in different sizes. If you have a vertical post or horizontal
depends,
post.
yeah, in the possible modules.
We have it on three dimension. There is a data sheet that you can download it, and a video of installation where you can download or watch it how to implement it. Okay, I think Boris.
Is there anything you'd
yeah,
like to...
I think we went almost in the end now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have anything to add, please.
Well, nothing to add. I think you have covered all the systems, all the ways of integration and application of each of these systems. I would like only to say thank you to all participants today, to invite them if they have any additional questions or informations. If they are for Croatia, they can contact us in Solar Projekt. We stay on their service. If they want to have only some explanations, they can send us a raster of some projects and some information so that they can have some free samples of technical reports from our side. And of course, I want to thank you for doing all these presentations today.
Thank you, Boris. Thank you for joining us. Really, it was really good, and we really enjoyed it. Right, it was more like a conversation, a discussion between us than a webinar, just explaining everything. Of course, you can find our contact details in here. Myself, Ilona, and Boris. the email address and the phone numbers where you can contact us all the
So
time.
if you have any question, you just
Yes.
you can call us or you can email us. So
In the end of the webinar, Ilona mentioned that we will.
we will send the registration.
Correct. And yeah, if you have more questions, please email us. We will be happy to assist you. I hope you enjoyed the time with us.
And thank you for having sharing.
Yeah, correct. I hope it was a bit informative for you guys, and we will see again. Definitely, Boris, we're gonna have to organize others as well, other webinars regarding different topics to see how we're gonna proceed and to talk about all the questions that we might face every day, right?
You can even suggest any topic that you'd like to do
Yeah,
a webinar. And
correct.
we will try to organize it.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Then we wish you like a lovely day ahead. Yeah, it's beautiful in here. It's beautiful in Croatia. I hope the same. All the participants that they are in here have. There is no rain, or we need to enjoy. And thank you once again from us and from Boris. Thank you for attending. Right. Thank you, and see you soon.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone.